whenever we are full of resentment, we're essentially blaming someone else for something that we don't have, or we've been hurt or whatever. So we resent these people. From New Life Ministries, this is Going Deeper with Stephen Arterburn. I'm Stephen Arterburn. And Going Deeper is all about taking the tough issues, the hard issues of life, looking a little bit deeper inside so that we can gain some insight into our lives. Hi, Steve Arterburn here. Thanks for joining me for Going Deeper. And we are continuing a little series here on today and yesterday and tomorrow. And if you saw what I did last time, it was all about three things that every day needs if we're going to make it through this world. You know, we need God's power, we need God's peace, and we need God's perspective. Well, there are three things that we don't need. I mean, every day is tough enough without us adding these things into that day. There are three R's, you could say. The first one, it's resentment. And whenever we are full of resentment, we're essentially blaming someone else for something that we don't have, or we've been hurt or whatever. So we resent these people. And you know, some of the people we resent may have actually done something really crummy. But God says, get rid of all bitterness, no exceptions. Why? Because bitterness doesn't hurt anybody but us. And boy, does it ever bring on all of the pain and the struggle and the weight into the day of unresolved anger. Destructive behavior comes out when we are full of resentment and bitterness. We'll see our health goes to pot, and we get sick over being angry and full of rage, and we destroy relationships. All of that over a past that we cannot change. And whether that past is 10 minutes ago or 10 years ago, I'll just say this on the radio program, New Life Live, I had a caller that I didn't get to, but it said to me, he wanted to know, how do I get over the resentment I've had toward my brother for 40 years? Oh my goodness. You know, what does that do to anybody but hurt you? That's why we really have to be part of forgiving everything, everyone. Not excusing, you know, not enabling, but forgiving. That's our gift to ourselves. So then, not only do we not want to bring resentment into any particular day, but there's another thing. We don't want to bring regret. When I resent, I blame you. When I regret, you know, I'm probably blaming me. I'm mad at me, not you. And I'm experiencing shame that I'm putting on myself. Now, somebody might have hurt me and I regret that happened, but most of our regrets are over the poor decisions, things in our past that didn't work out, and a desire for the choices to be different. Well, we can't make them different. And when we are full of resentment, there's an undercurrent, and many times it comes out of anger. But when it's this regret thing, and the shame is there, it kind of dumbs us down into this existence of unhappiness, of not really being able to respond spontaneously. We're just kind of dull and unhappy and full of regret. Well, whether we regret something 10 minutes ago or 10 years ago, somehow we have to give ourselves the same mercy that God gives us. He gives us favor, we can't earn it. And those choices, they can't be undone. Well, the third R is the R of resistance. So we can resent, we can regret, and we can have resistance. When I'm resistant to everything, I'm probably scared to death. And that's why I'm doing this. I'm scared of you, and I'm scared of what you might lead me into. And so anything you say, I'm just going to resist it. I'm going to say, well, you know, that's not really true, or I'm going to argue with you. I'm going to resist. I'm going to resist God, and I'm going to resist His direction for my life, or His standard for my life, because guess what? I believe I got it. I understand life, even though the Bible says do not lean onto your own understanding. That's where I'm leaning. Even though it's God of the universe, I'm saying I got this figured out. I don't need God. Also, I'm not just going to resist God or other people. I'm going to resist meeting their needs. In fact, I'm going to kind of numb myself to the fact that people have needs. I don't want to know about their needs. I'm just trying to live my self-obsessed, selfish life because I'm scared. I resist somebody else's opinion or somebody else's experience or their direction for me based on their experience. I resist. And you know, if I'm always resisting, I'm not inviting new knowledge, new wisdom, new things, new perspective. It's just all about no. My whole life becomes no. And if I'm blaming somebody for everything, it's about woe is you. And then if I'm shaming myself, it's all about whoa, I can't go on. I'm not worthy, and nothing is going to be good for me. So now you pile all that on top of the struggle of today, and it's just too much. So we really need God to help us. And we need to do whatever it takes to resolve our resentment, our regrets, and the resistance that we have, because a stubbornly resistant person is a very unwise person. I think they're very unintelligent people. I might be one of them from time to time. All right, that's going deeper. And I want to talk to you next time about how not to let today and all of its struggle be the best that it can ever be in your life, that it could be just the beginning. So we'll do that next time right here on Going Deeper. Thanks for joining me. Thank you for joining me for Going Deeper. I hope something I've said may have helped just a little bit. If you have a question you'd like me to answer or comment, just email me at stevesocial@newlife.com. I'll see you next time.
If you want to support Going Deeper with Stephen Arterburn, be sure to subscribe so you never miss another episode. And if you know someone who would benefit from this episode, be sure to share it with them. See you on the next Going Deeper with Stephen Arterburn from New Life Ministries.